our next guest, and please, I hope I get this name right, Janae Sergio, claims a title that a lot of us hope to achieve one day, and that's an influencer. In the sense of not how popular you are, but being able to influence conversations around a particular topic. Janae, thank you for coming and being a part of this summit. It's a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you for having me. I'm honored to be here. And again, thank you to Ryan for inviting me to the Paradise team and to Annette. I appreciate the work that the Veterans Social Summit team is doing to bring all of our veterans, our influential veterans together to be able to help collaborate and educate one another. I look at the attendee list and I'm amongst friends and colleagues, people that I get to work with on a daily basis. And so I'm really excited to be here. And I just feel like this is going to be a really great conversation amongst friends. So as veterans, we've all faced challenges that many people could hardly imagine. And yet here we are, standing strong, steadfast, and ready to share our wisdom with one another. So I want to talk about how to continue to navigate the challenges that we face in life, no matter what stage we're at, with grace and integrity. These are two qualities that I believe are central to your experiences and the legacy that you carry forward. Just a little bit about me and what qualifies me to share this message. In 2022, I released my #1 best-selling book, Perfectly Flawed, a veteran's journey from homeless to hero. In my book, I shared my experience of basically having to wait in line every night for a bed, to providing 5 million bed nights to Airman Guardians and their families as the Chief of Air Force Lodging. So it's quite the testament to having overcome challenges while maintaining my character. Surviving team homelessness is where I set the foundation of how I moved through hard times while continuing to preserve my character. With every hardship I endure, I refine my approach and I take the opportunity to look back and be thankful on how past lessons have prepared me to face what I have to face today. Because today, when I face those challenges, while they're not any more difficult or harder, it is more complex in that I now have children to look after, and the risk of making some of the wrong decisions is greater. And so I'm grateful, and over time I've learned to really embrace those challenges as opportunities. So as we start to go through life, that's something I'd like for you to take a look at. Throughout our service, we've learned to face adversity head on, whether it's from trials on the battlefield or challenges that we face in our everyday life. We've learned that life won't always go as planned. The unexpected is inevitable. So grace, at its core, it's not about avoiding those difficulties, but how we respond to them. It's about maintaining our composure under pressure, even when it feels like everything is stacked against us. And I can give an example of, times in my life where I had the opportunity to react to situations, right? Many of us here on this Veteran Social Summit are advertising our jobs online. So we're using social media in order to promote our brands, in order to get the word about the services or the products that we offer. And as a result, I can guarantee that every person here is going to encounter some sort of online attack, whether it's from a disgruntled customer or a competitor who wants to discredit your name. How you respond to that is really going to frame the way that your business moves forward, right? And so you want to make sure that you don't react. You don't come from a place of ego, but you take the time to respond appropriately. We all know the saying, right? When it rains, it pours. And there's a reason for that. When we're up against hardships, the impact that they have on our lives often results in second and third order effects. And so being able to operate from a place of integrity as you are moving through those hardships is imperative. And it's something that should be at the core of who you are. I'll give another example. Over the past year, many of you know that I have been going through a divorce. And as I start to move through that divorce, this is a divorce from somebody that I was married to or partnered with for 20 years. So there's a lot of, codependency emotionally, financially. We have children together. So the impacts of that divorce, while amicable, have had second and third order effects on my life, on my productivity with my business, on my productivity in the workplace, most importantly, on the mental health of my children, which for me is crippling. So it's imperative that the decisions that I've been making, while it's raining and pouring, are coming from a place of moral compass and a place of integrity, so that I don't continue to compound those issues and make them worse in all aspects of my life that has touched. So despite like the back-to-back barriers that I've had to overcome, I always keep that power of integrity at the forefront of my mind. I want to kind of point this out because I talk about moving through challenges with integrity and grace. Integrity is intrinsic, grace is extrinsic. When our actions and decisions align with our morals and values, the grace we display to the world comes naturally. Grace defined is acts of kindness, acts of elegance, a quality that gives something a special worth. That's how you define grace. Think about that for a second. Grace allows us to share our stories of triumph, sacrifice, and resilience with humility. Integrity ensures that when we share our story, we do so with honesty, authenticity, and deep respect for our journey. Don't get me wrong, moving with integrity doesn't equate to perfection. As many of you know, I advocate and elevate the voices of those who are experiencing injustice on social media. And I have a reach of about 11 million followers. So with that comes a huge responsibility to ensure that I'm acting with integrity. But sometimes I get it wrong. Sometimes I come from a place of passion and maybe I get it wrong. And acting with integrity means that I accept that, I own that, and I'm able to remove my ego from the situation and come back and make corrections to what I got wrong, or somehow, make that right in order to preserve the mission, in order to preserve the work that we're doing in our community. So if I came from a place of ego and I'm like, you know what, I know I got that wrong, but I'm just gonna pretend like that didn't happen, or I'm gonna, continue to stand on business, right? If I do that, I'm messing up the entire progress that we've made as a community. And so I have to come from a place of integrity in order to preserve our mission. Otherwise it would suffer. So I kind of want to, I know this is going to be a little bit fast. I think I have 30 minutes, but I really want to just leave you with the importance of, as we continue to move through life as veterans, our service doesn't stop the day we get our DD-214. And a lot of us kind of peak in the military and we get out of the military and then we continue to talk about what we did while we were in the military. Those accomplishments, those challenges that you overcame, those prepared you to take your purpose out into the world and to serve beyond the military and to continue to serve our community. And so in order to do that, you need to continue to maintain integrity, maintain a graceful presence, and represent our community well. Don't just stick within the veteran community. Get out there and expand your purpose beyond the veteran community. Again, I know this is going to be short. I talk fast. It gave me 30 minutes. But what I do want to say is you're going to hear from a lot of extremely inspirational veterans in our community over the course of the next few days. And there's going to be some who you truly resonate with, and you listen to what they say and you think, you know what? that is what I want to grow to. That is what I want to become, or they are already where I want to go. And so I think that it's important for you to keep note of those people and make sure that you invest in aligning yourself closer with those people so that you can continue to grow in your journey as well and grow towards your purpose as well. And so if you feel that you resonate with my message and what I've shared with you, I have a couple opportunities coming up in order for you to continue to align with me. The first one is in January. I'm going to be speaking. I'm honored to be speaking on a stage with some of the best speakers in the speaking industry in Norfolk, Virginia at Determine Our Destiny. This is a MilVet-centered health and wellness event, and there's going to be opportunities for you to set up your booths there if you wanted to bring your services to that, as well as for you to come and hear some incredible speakers, including one of my favorite, which is Mike Little, who has a similar background story to myself. If you would like to maximize your impact, I've been on the Drew Barrymore Show. I've been on the Fox News, Daily Mail, all of the military news networks. I have a large reach. I would love to help you elevate your voice, expand, your impact. And over the next couple months, I'm going to be taking on a few more coaching clients. I can only take on clients if you are very serious about maximizing your impact and very serious about where you want to go. But if you are, go to JanaeSergio.com and let's set up a call, an introductory call, so that we can make sure that our missions align and that we're the right partnership in order to get you to where you want to go. And then lastly, you can hear more about my story in my #1 best-selling book, Perfectly Flawed, A Veteran's Journey from Homeless to Hero, as well as follow me on social and let's just stay in touch at Janae_perfectly flawed across all platforms. Again, thank you to the Veterans Social Summit for having me. I saw you guys had hopped on and then hop back off. You can come back on. I'm so excited and grateful to be here.
So when I met Ryan Hunt and Annette Wittenberger, they kept talking about this amazing idea that they had and had previously been successful at, but it had been paused and they wanted to keep going with it. And they were talking about how veterans can learn resources about entrepreneurship, education, really connecting with our fellow veteran community and being successful. So obviously I wanted to be a part of that. And I am really excited to be a part of 2025 because we are going to have even more amazing speakers and resources.